Hello, hello, hello. And what is today? Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, Vinyasa Day. And what do you drink right before Vinyasa? The answer is coffee, right? Coffee and water, hopefully. Let's start in a standing position. Roll the shoulders. Up, back and down. Up, back and down. 2 more times. Up, forward and down. Going for 4. And up, back, and down again. Coming to stillness there, pressing the fingers toward the earth. Raising the chin level with the earth. And reaching that crown toward the sky. Closing the eyes, taking a deep breath in. And sigh it out. Another deep breath in. And sigh. And another deep breath all the way up. Holding it for 2, 1, and letting it all go. Shift your weight into your toes. Reach the crown a little bit taller. Roll the heart up toward the sky, shoulder blades together. Just holding this position, breathing in and out through the nose. Feeling that energy, that strength. A few more breaths this way. Let's take an inhale together and sigh it out. And bringing those hands to Anjali Mudra, pressing the thumbs into the sternum, heart into the thumbs, and set an intention. Choosing strength, happiness, joy, peace, balance, gratitude, whatever that might be. Taking an inhale, bend those knees, scooping the hands up, bringing the palms to touch, and exhaling down to the heart 2 more times. Inhale. And down to the heart. Last time. Inhale. And exhale to the heart. Release the hands up to the sky along with your intention and press the air away. Bring those feet a little bit wider. And let's come into empty coat sleeves. Just turning the spine gently side to side, warming it up. And bringing it a little bit wider, lifting that opposite heel. Stretching right down the body. And bring the right hand overhead as we reach. And left. And right. And left, bringing it back to center, hands to the sides, bend the knees, inhale. And press the air away. 3 more times, inhale. And press. All the way up, reach tall and press it away. 1 more time, reach it up and let's roll those wrists on the way down. Warming them up for our planks and bringing our hands to our heart, stepping to the front of our space. Drawing the shoulder blades together. Nice deep breath. Inhale, reach it up and open that heart. Just pausing here. Making sure not to hyperextend that neck. The chin is slightly up. And palms toward the earth, folding forward. Letting the arms and shoulders go. Inhale, half lift, lengthen that spine, and fold it down, bending those knees. Ragdoll here. Gentle sway, side to side. And coming to stillness, roll it up. Drag the hands up, roll the shoulders up, back and down, reach those arms up, reverse prayer behind the head, opening that heart toward the sky, and exhale, hands to the heart. We're going to do that again. Inhale, lift, reach it back, open that heart, pause here. Muscles need time to respond when they're cold, and dive it down. Fingertips half lift. And fold again, half lift, lengthen. Fold, bend the knees, ragdoll. Let that head and neck just release and relax. Swing side to side. Maybe bringing it a little bit wider outside of those shins. And come to stillness, drag it up. Roll the shoulders. Reach it up and back, reverse prayer if you like. That's just an option. Open up those elbows and that heart and hands to the heart. Deep breath here. Press that left sole, right knee up to the belly. Point the toes toward the earth. Flex the foot. Point the toes and flex. Curl the toes. Spread them wide. Press the sole away. Bring it back in. Come into warrior three. Reach it out. Hands back to the heart, knee back to the belly, and come into hip circles here. You can have your hands on your hips if you like, whatever works for you. 4 circles in each direction. Bringing it the other way. Warming up those hips. And lower that foot down. Left knee up to the belly. Point the toes down. Flex the foot. Point. And flex. Curl those toes tight. Then open them wide. Press that heel away. Bend the right knee and come into warrior three. Reach it out in front. Starting to fire up that core. Hands to the heart, knee up to the belly, and bring it into hip circles. Again, 4 in each direction. And bringing it the other way. And lower that down. Inhale up. Reach it back. Open that heart. And dive it down. Fingertips. And fold. Stepping back to plank. And go through a flow. Meeting back and down dog. I just got a nice spinal adjustment all the way up. Love when that happens. And walk your dog. Nice and slow. Our muscles are still cold. Making sure to press those shoulders back. And come to stillness up onto the toes. Lift that tailbone. And lower the heels. And I'm going to separate my feet a little further from my hands. We're going to come into spine waves. Up onto the toes. Press the heels. One more time. Up to the toes. And press the heels onto the toes. Lift the tailbone. Lift the belly. And roll it forward. Beautiful and controlled. Slowly melting into modified cobra. Press that heart through and then rock it back to down dog. One more time, onto the toes. Lift the tailbone, lift the belly, and roll it forward. Getting that core all fired up. Our arms and legs, the whole body. Rock it back to down dog. Readjust your dog. Walk it, pressing those heels one at a time. Coming up onto the toes, crouch the dog, gaze between the hands. Lift it up, lower the heels, 2 more. And crouch. Lift it up and lower those heels, last one. Returning to down dog, right foot up to the sky. Ankle circles here. And reversing those circles. Bend that knee, fire hydrant. And returning to 3-legged, coming up onto those left toes. Extend through the right toes. And lower it all down, left foot up. Ankle circles. Making sure to breathe and reversing those circles. And fire hydrant on this side. Roll it open. Bring it back to three-legged up onto the right toes and reach through the left. And lowering both feet. Coming back into down dog, up onto the toes, crouch the dog, hop it up. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And fold, reverse swan. Reach it up and back, reverse prayer if you like. It's always an option in this pose. And bringing it back to the heart. Both arms circle in front of the body. And just note which hand is in front of the other as you're doing this. And when we reverse, we're going to switch hands and reverse those circles. And bring it back to the heart. Inhale, lift it up. Open up that heart and dive it down. Fingertips. And fold, hop it back to plank. And go through your flow. And rock it back to down dog. Walk that dog. So you should be feeling warmed up and limber by now. Maybe really twisting those knees in and the hips out. Getting that side body and the lower back. And coming to stillness, right foot up. Knee to elbow. And hop as you bring it back. Knee to elbow 3 more times. Hop it up. Getting that heart rate fired up and swing it through for warrior one. You don't have to hop. It's just a fun little thing to add if you like. Draw the shoulder blades together and come into warrior two. Reverse that warrior. Keep extending and bring it right into side angle. Reach it up. Roll that heart toward the sky. Extend the left arm overhead, bicep to the ear. And roll it down, both hands inside of that right foot. Back heel up and rock it forward and back, high lizard. And we're going to step back to plank in a second. Just keep rocking here and step it back to plank. Engage that core. Lift back into down dog. And adjust your dog. Left foot up to the sky. And knee to elbow. Hop it back. 3 more. And swing it through warrior one. Those little hops make you feel like you're floating in space just for a second. It's fun. Hopefully you feel the same way. And warrior two. Reverse that warrior. Keep extending and right into side angle. Roll up on the right. Heart toward the sky and extend it overhead. Stretching out that side body all through here. And bringing both hands inside the left foot. Back heel up and rocking forward and back. One more breath. Stepping it back to plank. And go through your flow. Kneading back in down dog. Inhale onto the toes, crouch the dog, hop it up. Forward fold. Half lift. And fold, reverse swan, reach it up and back. Reverse prayer. And hands to the heart. Deep breath. Reach it up. Open the heart and dive. Fingertips. And fold, hop it back to plank. One more time for that sequence. And go through your flow. Kneading back, down dog. And walk your dog. Right leg up to the sky. Knee to elbow. And you can hop it if you like, or skip the hop. 3 more. And swing it through, warrior 1. And warrior 2. Reverse that warrior. We're going to revolve it here in a second. Left arm up, heart squares forward and up toward the sky, and right arm to the inside of that left thigh and stretch up through the left fingertips. 1 more breath here. Keep reaching. Right arm up and returning to reverse. And bringing it back to warrior 2. Very nice. Hands behind the back. Square the hips and shoulders forward. Heel toe the foot over to the right. And back bend here. We're going to come into humble. We haven't done humble in a while. And hinge forward at the hips. Bringing that right shoulder inside the knee. Dropping the head. Raising those hands up. Squaring the hips forward. And lifting it back up into warrior 2. Adjusting that front foot. Reach that right hand forward, planted inside of the right foot. And roll open to the left. Left hand down and roll open to the right. Frame that front foot back into plank. And surprise, go through your flow. And meeting back in down dog. And walk that dog. Left foot up. Point those toes, knee to elbow. Add that hop if you like. 3 more. Last one. And warrior 1. And warrior 2. Reversing that warrior. Keep extending, and then we're going to revolve here. So right arm up. Square the heart forward and up to the sky. Reaching through those right fingers and lowering the left hand. Keep breathing, keep reaching. Left hand back up and returning to reverse. Back into warrior 2. Hands behind the back. Square the hips and shoulders forward and heel toe that foot over to the left. Really square the hips forward before we go into a back bend here. And hinge forward into humble, bringing that knee and shoulder together, head toward the earth and raising those hands up. Breathing here. Square those hips forward and raise it back up to warrior 2, adjusting that front foot. Very nice. Reach that left hand forward. Plant the palm and roll it up on the right. Right hand down and roll open to the left. Frame that front foot, step back to plank. And go through your flow. And meet back in down dog. Walk that dog. Onto the toes, crouch it, and hop it up. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Lengthen, separate the feet a little bit more, and fold it down, ragdoll. We're reconnecting with our breath. And drag it up. Reach it up and back. Reverse prayer if you like. And hands to the heart. Bring those elbows out and turn your fingers toward your heart. and pressing the hands together, really working those arm muscles, and squeeze between the shoulders. Nice. And pressing the palms, bringing it back to neutral palm. Inhale, reach it up, and open that heart, dive it down. Fingertips, and fold the right foot back, warrior one. Hands to the heart, and we're going to bring that back heel up and bring the right knee to belly. Press it forward, bend the left knee, stepping back to warrior one. Let's do that 2 more times, just taking your time. Hands to the heart, back heel up, stepping it up, knee to the belly, press it out, bring it back in, and back to warrior one. Hands to the heart, last time, back heel up, and step it up, knee to the belly, press it out, and before going to warrior one, we're going to come into warrior three. Reach it out. Roll those toes on the right foot down toward the earth, and bend the knee back into warrior one. Beautiful. And warrior two. Reverse that warrior. And into side angle. Reach it up. And extend that arm overhead. Maybe add that left arm, working that core. Roll the heart toward the sky. Back up to center and warrior two. Hands to the front. Back heel up, stepping up, top of our space. Nice deep breath. Another deep breath. Side out, inhale, reach it up. Open that heart and dive it down. Fingertips. And fold and left foot back, warrior one. We're going to do that warrior one knee up series again. Hands to the heart, back heel up, knee to the belly. Press it out and back to warrior one. Reach it up. Hands to the heart, back heel up. Always transition that back heel. Knee to the belly. Press it out, back to the belly, and warrior one. One more time. Hands to the heart, back heel up. Knee to the belly, press it out, and before we go back to warrior one, bring it into warrior three. Roll those toes down toward the earth, square those hips, bend the right knee and back into warrior one. You got this. Beautiful. And warrior two. Reversing that warrior and coming right into side angle. Reach it up through the left. Overhead, let's add that right arm, roll the heart toward the side. Bring it back to center and warrior two. Backhand meets the front. Roll up that back heel and step it up. Shake it out. Nice job. I can't see you, but I know you're doing a good job. Let's take a drink break here. We got into it right away today. Tap it out as you're taking your breath break or your drink break. Keeping that heart rate going. A nice deep breath. Hands to the heart, neck into your block, keeping it on the left-hand side. We're going to come into half moon. My yoga mate's favorite pose. Draw the shoulder blades together, reach it up. Open that heart and dive it down. Fingertips. And fold the right foot back. Warrior one. We're going to fly that warrior. So low flying warrior. I bring my shoulder down to the knee and let my belly come to the side so I'm not relying on my thigh to support me. And then reach it up and sink it down. 4 more. That's 3. And 1 more after this. You got it. And lift it up. right into warrior two. I love that fluid transition. And reverse that warrior. Keep extending. And then bring that left arm behind your back. And reach the right arm behind you. Palm facing up. Squeezing that core. Returning the right palm down to your thigh. And left arm overhead. And bringing it to warrior two. Right hand on the hip. Shifting your weight into your left leg. And finding that block under your shoulder. Press the palm or the knuckles. And roll open to the right. Raising that right arm up to the sky. And maybe overhead. Point the toes away. A little different perspective on this. We're always used to doing the same thing. Raise your arm back up and flex that foot, maybe reaching for that ankle. And binding. Roll the heart up. I can't watch myself on screen. I will fall over. And bringing it back to half moon. Top hand to heart center. Bottom hand to heart center and float it to the top. Nice and controlled and shake it out. Good job. Block on the right. Deep breath. Reach it up. Open that heart and dive it down. Fingertips and fold, stepping that left foot back for warrior one. And we're going to fly that warrior, palms forward, flying it low, and lifting it up. So we're squeezing the glutes and the core as we come up. 4 more. Reach it up, 3 more. Nice sweaty practice today. Almost there. Trying to maintain the integrity of that front knee. Last time. Reach it up right into warrior two. Good job. We're going to reverse that warrior. Keep extending. And then bring that right arm behind your back. And reach that left arm out behind you. Palm up. And you keep reaching if you really want to squeeze that core and roll the heart toward the sky. And 1 more breath here. Left arm down, right arm back up. And into warrior two. Good job. Left hand on the hips. Tapping your weight into your right leg. And finding your block underneath your shoulder. Coming onto the knuckles, fingertips or palm. And roll up into the left. Draw that core in. And raising that hand up to the sky. Now if you'd like that different perspective, reaching the hand overhead and pointing the toes away. It makes you engage your side body a little bit more. And flex that foot, raising the hand up, maybe binding here. And rolling up toward the sky. And releasing the bind, top hand to heart center. Bottom hand to heart center and float it up. Back to the top of your space. Deep breath. Good job. Today's practice is not easy. Nice deep breath. And sigh it out. Let's bring that right knee up to the belly. Flex the foot. Press the heel away. Bring it back in, warrior three. Back to the front. Press it out. Warrior three. 1 more time. Forward. Press it out. And warrior three. And then slowly into warrior one. And make your adjustments. And into warrior two. And turning, straightening that front knee, turning the right foot forward for 5 pointed star. Hands on the hips. If you'd like to hula hoop here to release that lower back, you can. Taking a moment. And reversing those circles. This always feels so good. Thank you, Yoga Sis Linda S. Bringing it back to center. Let's take a little back bend here. So bending the knees, toes are in, heels are out. Bending the knees softly, hands in the back pockets, and walking it back. Taking your time, finding your edge. And walking it back up. Tuck that chin, gaze forward. Squeeze the abdominals in. Hinge from the hips. Flat back all the way down. Coming onto the fingertips. Inhale, half lift. And fold. Maybe turning the feet out a little bit more at the heel and reaching for those ankles. Drawing the forehead down, top of the crown to the earth. And here we have a plethora of options. You can come into a headstand, a forearm balance, not so much a chin stand from here. You can also come into Firefly, Titivasana. And I have firmer blocks today, so I'm going to try it again. Had some nice hang time on Monday, about 3 seconds. You don't need to use the blocks. I prefer that because of my wrists. So feet are ahead of the blocks, spreading them wide. And I'm going to bend my knees and bring my palms down to the earth and then walk them back onto the blocks. And once my hands are steady, I'm going to bring my thighs, not quite the bum, up onto my elbows as a shelf. Engage the core, gaze forward, and lift those feet. Now, just raising one foot is plenty. Just getting into the setup is plenty. Taking your time. Long hang time, not in my practice today, but I got there. If you're done playing with Titivasana, let's bring it back into a wide forward fold. Fingertips half lift. Hands on the hips. Coming back up, flat back. Turning those toes forward. And coming into Warrior One. Beautiful. Frame that front foot. Step it back to plank. And go through your flow. And meeting back. In down dog. Deep breath here. And lower the right forearm down onto your elbow, then the left. Coming into dolphin. Breathing here. Press the heart through the shoulders. Get a beautiful stretch and opening in the front of the heart. And then press up onto the right palm and the left. We're going to lower the left first, then the right, and press up on the left and then the right. Again, down on the right and the left. Press up on the right and the left. And then again, left first and right, up on the left and right. Beautiful. Press it back to down dog. Deep breath, walk your dog if you need to. Change your focus to reconnect with your breath. You know, breathing through the nose is ideal, but if you're oxygen starved, there's no problem breathing through the mouth until you settle the breath. Come up onto those toes, crouch the dog. Lift it up and back. 2 more. Especially me since I'm talking through Vinyasa. Raise that right foot up to the sky. Knee to nose. Press it back with a hop or not. 2 more. 1 more. And Warrior One. Raise up. And Warrior Two. And here we're going to come into moving warrior. So, palms are currently down toward the earth. Flip the palms up. Straighten that front knee. Reach the hands overhead. Gaze forward. And then back into warrior two. 3 more. Really squeezing that right glute as you come up. Last one. Beautiful. Frame that foot. Step it back to plank. And go through your flow. Elbows against the ribs as you come into chaturanga. And up into cobra, up dog. And return to down dog. Walk it out. Reconnecting with your breath. And coming to stillness, left foot up. And knee to nose. Return with a hop if you like. 3 more. And warrior one. And warrior two. And coming into moving warrior here, flip those palms up. Straighten that front leg, hands overhead. And press the palms, 3 more. Going slowly, make sure you're coming down enough to squeeze that glute. And actually all of the muscles on the left. Last one. And back into warrior two, frame that foot. Step it back into plank. And you can either go through your flow or meet back in down dog. And walk that dog. Settling those heels. Taking a deep breath. Sigh it out. Another deep breath. And sigh, right foot up to the sky. Fire hydrant. And we're going to flip that dog, get a nice stretch in our lower back. Press those hips up, reach that arm overhead. Keep reaching. And hold it for 5, 4, 3, squeezing between the shoulder blades. 2, here you feel it. 1, roll it back. Right leg up. Knee to elbow. Press it back. Knee to left elbow. Press it back. And lower that foot. Adjust your dog. Left foot up. Reach those toes up and fire hydrant. And flip your dog. Hips up really high, raising that left arm overhead and squeezing between the shoulder blades. And holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flip it back, left leg up. And knee to elbow. Press it back. Knee to right elbow. Press it back. And walk your dog. Deep breath here. Bring your feet a little wider. Still inside the edge of your mat. And walk your hands back for a forward fold. Keeping your weight towards your toes. Inhale, lift. Half lift, lengthen and fold. And maybe reaching behind the ankles and folding yourself in. Nice deep breath. Another breath here. And walking it back out into down dog. Now keeping your feet wider, just for a little extra challenge, reach your right hand to your left ankle. We always do that with our feet in a little bit more, but let's see how it works. Then roll into a condor, that left arm at the side, and breathing here. And release. Left hand to the right ankle. Again, looking under the arm at the sky. What a life this could be. One more breath. And release. Let's bring those feet back in, hips distance. And then right foot crosses behind the left. Bend the knee. We're coming into side plank here. Reach it up. Press those hips up to the sky. Really pike it here, squeezing those obliques. And maybe working on raising that right foot. Taking your time. And back into plank. Go through your flow or meet back in down dog. And deep breath. Left foot behind the right, bend the knees. And turn forward side, plank on this side. Reach those hips up. Squeezing those obliques. And maybe raising that left foot up. This is my harder side. And rolling it down to plank. And go through your flow. Squeezing between the shoulder blades as you come through. And back into down dog. Walk that dog. Up onto the toes. Crouch it, hop it up to Malasana. Sink it low. Bring that tailbone through toward the front. Elbows press those knees open. Shoulder blades together and heart up toward the sky. Beautiful breathing here. Let's press the left palm directly under our chin. Reach that right arm up. Lengthen through the right side. Reach straight up. Turn your palm forward. And then side bend. Your palm comes toward the earth. As you reach over toward the left, we're opening up those ribs. And spreading those shoulder blades apart. Nice stretch there. Bring it back up and under the chin. Left arm up. Reach it up. And straighten. Reach through those ribs and over to the right. And bringing it back up to center and underneath the chin. Now, if you have crow in your practice, you can bring that now. Crow and I don't get along very well, so I'm going to skip crow. I'm just going to hang out Malasana. So take a few moments, practice your crow. And if you're in Malasana, you can just sway side to side, stretching out the Achilles gently. That also stretches the bottoms of the feet where it can get very tight and tense. Or you can even come up onto your toes to strengthen your toes, your feet, and your ankles. Working on balance here. That also helps to engage your glutes in a different way with smaller muscles around the bottom edge of your gluteus maximus and minimus. Big and little bum muscles. And lowering those heels, we're going to come into a forward fold. So toes forward, roll it up. Everyone joining in a forward fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Bringing the feet into hips distance. Lift the belly, lengthen and fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, lift, lengthen, and fold. Wrapping the arms around the back of the legs, fingers toward the heels. Bend the knees, pull yourself in tight. Nice hug. Shift your weight towards your toes, and then slowly work your legs so that they're straighter or straight, whatever works for you. You don't want any pain, but we are plenty warmed up now. So they should be pretty cooperative. And fold yourself in, breathing here. Again, weight is toward your toes. I just had to remind myself. So we just want to rock back on the heels. And release, bend the knees, roll it up. Nice and slow. And I feel that adrenaline pumping through my body. I'm a little shaky now, that's good. Rolling the shoulders up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. 2 more times. Let's bring our hands to heart center. Right knee up to the belly, flexing that foot. Curl the toes. Really tight, and then spread them super wide. Point the heel away. Bring it back in, and then plant your tree. So you can either do kickstand, calf, inner thigh, half lotus. Just breathing here, draw the shoulder blades together. And if you'd like, adding those branches. Just taking a moment to reconnect with our breath in tree. If you want to open your heart further, I like to bring my hands behind my back, weave the fingers. Press the palms as close together as possible, and then press those knuckles toward the earth. And maybe even reaching the hands away from the lower back. But opening up that heart and throat chakra. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. And releasing back to the heart. Knee back to the belly. We're going to kick that foot in the front and circle it behind the left leg. Coming into a bow here. Left foot still faces the front of your mat. And dropping the hands wherever you're comfortable stretching. Releasing the neck. And finding that you can wiggle side to side, finding that sweet spot to stretch out the outside of the left thigh. One more breath. Roll it up. And back to center. Shake it out. Root down through your right foot. And lift that left knee up. Flex the foot, curl the toes super hard. Open those toes super wide. And release. Press the heel forward. Bring it back in and then plant your tree. I prefer inner thigh. Everyone's different. Draw the shoulder blades together and raising those branches, opening the heart, or bringing the hands behind the back, if you like that option, and pressing the knuckles down to open up the clavicle, the collarbone, and then you can reach those hands away from your back. You're in complete control of how far you go, how deep you go. And then squeezing those shoulder blades is going to give you added strength back there. Really open up that heart. Breathe here. One more breath. And release those hands back to the heart. Knee back to the belly. Press, kick that foot out and circle it behind the right, coming into a bow. Letting the head, shoulders, and neck go. And just finding that sweet spot to stretch your IT band outside of your right hip, wherever you need that stretch today, on the right side. Making sure the neck has no tension. Breathing here. And roll it up. Bringing it back to center, shake it out. Cross those ankles, have a seat. And we're just going to roll it down. However you want to get onto your back, wiggling into your space. Bringing those heels up to the bum. And you have options here. You can do a counter stretch for the lower back. So you can come up into bridge, or you can wheel it. I don't think I have wheel in my practice today. So I'm going to come into bridge, pressing the palms by the hips, inhaling those hips up, and squeezing the glutes up, and then pressing the thighs toward each other. It's a two-step process for that squeeze, and lowering down slowly. Rock that pelvis forward towards your feet. Rock it back. Inhale, lift those hips, squeeze the glutes up, so press up, and then press those thighs together. And lower it down. Pelvis tilt toward your feet. Rock it back. 2 more this way. Lifting those hips. Squeezing up. Pressing up. Squeeze behind. And then draw those knees toward each other. I like to press my pelvis forward and really get that squeeze. And lower it down. Feeling the burn today. Roll the pelvis toward the feet. And back. And rock it up one more time. Maybe coming up onto the toes at the top. Bringing the feet in a little closer maybe. Pressing those glutes up and squeezing those thighs. And lower it down. Rock that pelvis towards your feet. Release the heels down. Bring that right knee in. Big hug. And half a happy baby on this side. You can straighten your left leg if you like, a deeper stretch. Deep breath. And then fold that right shin over your heart, foot into the left elbow. Hug that shin right down to your heart. Shoulders back and breathe. It's a different way to get into reclining pigeon. One more breath. Or have a fire log if you like. And release that foot down to the earth. Left knee up. Grasp for half a happy baby. Straighten the right leg for a deeper stretch. Breathing here. And fold that shin over your heart. Foot into the right elbow. And wrap your arm around. Hug it in. Nice deep hug. Foot is flexed. And squeeze it in. Shoulders down. Just breathing here. And release that foot, bringing both knees in, nice big hug, rocking side to side. And we're going to come into an inversion here, so whatever your inversion of choice is for the end of practice, you can come up into a shoulder stand, waterfall, supported waterfall, which I think I'm going to do. Bringing a block underneath your bum. Raising the feet up to the sky. Pressing the heels away, toes towards your face, getting a nice stretch. That whole back side of the body. And with the block under my bum, I'm able to roll my shoulders even flatter toward the earth. And if you like to try a different stretch, it feels a little weird, but it's also very cool. Bring the heels together, turn your toes out. Keep turning, you're going to get a stretch here, that outside, that IT band there. And then bring them back to center. You can scissor the legs here if you like. Point the toes or flex the feet, whatever you like. Just getting that circulation back to the heart where it started. And reversing time. This is anti-aging, a little time capsule here. I'm really 170. Just kidding. 160. And bringing the feet back together, ankle circles. And reversing those circles. Again, curl the toes super tight and spread them extra wide. Bend the knees. If you brought that block under your bum, lift up, remove the block. Knees into the belly, big hug. And release. Airplane the arms out, dropping the knees to the right, gaze to the left. Just breathing here. Releasing the neck and the shoulders, everything should just be relaxed. Breathing into the side body, meaning telling the muscles to relax with each exhale. Press the palms, come back through center and over to the left, and gaze to the right. Again, letting those shoulders go. Breathing deeply, exhaling completely. Again, press those palms, roll it back to center. Full happy baby here. Opening the knees, the ankles over the knees, draw those shoulders down, and rock it back and forth. Bring the soles of the feet to touch, wrap the hands around. Weave the fingers together so you have a strong hold. We're going to press the feet against the hands, draw the feet down toward the pelvis and roll the shoulders back. And then press the feet into the hands and pull the hands against the feet. So you have a nice juxtaposition here. We're stretching out everything from the wrists through the forearms, upper arms, top of the shoulders, and sides of the neck. You can even tilt the small of your back up a little bit just to get a little extra lengthening in the arms. Press those knees away. And bring it back in, hands on top of the knees. Small circles here, massaging that lower back. And reversing those circles. Bringing the soles of the feet to touch at the base of the spine. Let those knees drop out to the side, arms overhead. Clasping opposite elbows and just letting go. Deep breath in. And sigh it out. Another deep breath. And sigh. One more time, deep breath in. And let it go. Reach the arms up overhead, stretching to the north. And then sway them over toward the left. A little side body stretch here. Just a gentle stretch. Releasing those shoulders. And then swinging it back through center and over to the right. Letting it go. Back to center. Dropping those feet long on the mat, pointing the toes away from the fingers, reaching opposite walls, stretching, stretching, stretching. That's just the right side. Toes and fingers reach away from each other. And the left side. And both sides, full body stretch. And bring those knees back to the belly. Big hug, rocking it side to side, massaging that lower back. And slowly lower your legs on the mat. Feet are wide, letting those toes fall out to the side. Wiggle into your space, make your adjustments. Palms down by your side. Maybe coming up on the elbows and drawing your shoulder blades closer together and away from the ears. Lift your head, lengthen that neck. And bring your chin to neutral, so no compression in the front or the back. And slowly roll your head side to side. Releasing any tension there. And bringing everything back to center, closing the eyes, taking a deep breath in. And sighing it all out. Another deep breath. And exhale with a sigh. Starting to center yourself, getting ready for Savasana. Deep breath. And let it go. I'm going to leave you with a quote today. Happiness is a choice, not a result. Nothing will make you happy until you choose to be happy. No person will make you happy until you decide to be happy. Your happiness will not come to you. It can can only come from you. Thank you for joining me on the mat today. I'll see you next time. Namaste.